Hi, YouTube subscribers. This is a YouTube exclusive Fluffy Feather Farm video. I thought I would show you some cool stuff that we were doing in pasture 10. So pasture 10 goes back towards the barn, which is on the other side of the driveway. And then those cows come back over. So we kind of like rotate back and forth. And in order to do that, the cows have to cross the driveway, which I'm sure you've seen a video of that before. But if not, let me show you. Okay, so what we do when we move the cows across the driveway is they walk down this alley. So this is like a 16-foot wide alley, which goes over there, and the driveway is right there. So we have these gates that open up across the driveway, and they connect to the gates on the other side, and then we walk the cows straight across. So what my thought was, I had this planned out, but the cows didn't like it. So my thought was that we would feed all the hay here, you know, in this area, and we'd leave the gates closed. We'd feed all the hay here in the morning. The cows would all walk in here. We'd close the gate behind them, and then we'd push them across the driveway. Well, the cows didn't really like this space because it was too narrow. Okay, so when they would come over here, they would have like all of pasture 10, right? And then they'd come over here to this little opening, and some of them would go in and they would eat hay, and then they would stand in the way and the other ones wouldn't go in, and then they would push them out and they would run back out again. They run back in, and they really didn't like the area. It looks like it just stops right there. So like if you're a cow, it looks like it's a dead end. Cows do not like walking into dead ends. So they like to see where they're going, okay? So ultimately this area didn't work for what I thought it would. It still works for us to push the cows across, but it does not work to corral the cows. Okay, so when we redid a lot of pasture 10, we had this thought that, well, we'll just make a holding area next to the alley where we're pushing the cows over. So I'll show you. That's the entrance where we push the cows over. And now, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. That's our new holding area. So this area here is one big corral where we can feed the cows, and then we can lock them in here. So we're using it the same way. It's just gonna work a lot better. So in this area, so you now see here's where we would push the cows over. Now the whole area around here is all fenced in. So we got one big miniature pasture, a corral area where we can feed the cows in the morning. So the plan is that we bring all their hay and their grain. So we put it in this area here. And then once all the cows come in here in the morning to eat, we just simply close that new gate and we trap them in here. And then when they're all trapped into this area in the corner here, we then open that gate up and push them over the driveway. This is gonna work so much better. I'm gonna get up so you can get like more of an aerial view, okay? So hold on. Okay, so this is gonna be our holding pen before we push them across right over there. And then behind me, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall, is all of pasture 10. So we'll kind of move the cattle over here. They'll go in through the gate right there. And then they'll go into this holding area. And then once we get all of the animals in here, then we'll push them over. And then we'll bring the new ones back. It will be so much easier. And then at the same time, I'm standing on a post, so I hope you all appreciate this. It's taking a lot to make sure that I don't fall off this post. Okay, so at the same time, we had a little issue where the water comes into our property right there. So right there, the water comes into our property, and we just had put a fence over it and it kept getting clogged. So we fenced this area off too. See, we got a fence around it now. So now that we can take that fence where the water is out and we can just let the water flow through so that we have more of an area that we can manage, because like past that fence is not our property. So right here, like we'll manage all of like the sticks and stuff and everything getting stuck right here. And then over there's a culvert now. So like it'll be much more manageable when the water comes in, and we can make sure that nothing gets clogged. And look, there's a fence right here too, so we can get in, and then the animals won't be allowed in here. So we won't have any animals in this section. It'll just be for water management, basically. So I hope you learned something. Oh, I can tell you something else. So when we were putting this together, oh, I gotta get down. Oh, it's 5 feet. Oh, I'm only 5 feet tall. Oh, oh my body. Okay. Oh! Okay. So when we were putting this all together, did you know that cows like to go to the corner? So when we're pushing cows into an area, we want to make sure that it works like a funnel, right? So like, I'll use this as an example. Let's say we have this fence here, ding, 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 all the way down, and we like put a gate there in the middle of the fence. What happens is if we like try and push the cows through that gate, they will just keep walking past it because they can't see it as easily, okay? It's much easier to push them through a corner. So like we funnel them into one area. So because of that, see, I put the gate here in the middle of this fence line. That's where it had to be because we have to be able to get the equipment from that gate to this gate. So I couldn't put it in the corner. So what I did, you're gonna love this. You're really gonna like it, I promise. So instead of making it straight, look at that. I angled it, right? So look, here's the fence that we put in right here. Ding, ding, ding. It was gonna go straight back. Well, it doesn't. It angles now like that. So if I'm a cow, ready? Okay, pretend I'm a cow. Here we go. Okay, and like Blaze is over there, right? So Blaze is chasing me because, well, he's not chasing. He's more like stalking slowly in a loving way. So Blaze is pushing me this way and he's like, woof, woof, woof. And I'm like, moo, moo, moo. And I'm running down here. I'm like, oh, moo, moo, moo. And I hit this fence. I'm like, moo, 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 moo. And I come over here. Well, instead of getting me trapped in this corner here, I now go, oh, this fence is angled. Oh, maybe I should walk this way. Moo, 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 moo. And I walk along the fence here. Moo, moo. Oh, I love fences. Moo. And look where I end up. Boom, right at the gates. It's gonna work really, really well. In my head, this is gonna work. Although my head sometimes is a scary place. So, the first time we do it, I'll just let you know. I'll let you know if it works or not. So, in the next couple weeks, we're gonna move cows and then we'll find out. But I think this is a solution because what I didn't want them to get to the corner over here. That was where the corner was gonna be. I didn't want to get them to the corner and then them go, oh my God, there's nowhere to go. And they panic and they all run the opposite direction. So what I wanted was to gently guide them along the fence here into the gated area. Now, ultimately, we shouldn't really have to do that because our plan is to put hay in there and then the hay will just make them want to go in there. So like, we probably won't even push them in there. We'll probably just put the hay in there and they'll go in there on their own. But if we had to move them quickly for some reason, or we had a bunch that weren't moving, I think this is gonna solve that problem. So I'm really excited about this. They got it all done the last 2 days. We have these great, amazing fence guys, and they did this whole section, and then they did some other stuff on the property. They fixed some other holes, and they put in some other things, and they did all of it in the last 2 days. So I'm really happy that it's done, it's functional, it's usable, and it's gonna be a really great solution to one of our issues that we have here at Fluffy Feather Farm. So thanks for watching. Thanks for seeing this exclusive YouTube only video. And if you're not a subscriber yet, make sure you're subscribing down below. Hit that subscribe button. So thanks from us here at Fluffy Feather Farm and hope you enjoy our YouTube channel.